UFOs, little green men, spaceships in the sky, alien abductions. I don't know about you, but this really fascinates the hell out of me. Let's just take our tinfoil hats off for a second and actually talk about the facts for what we know and what could potentially be. We've all seen, not all, but a lot of people have seen things in the sky. I have myself, my mum has, crazy. So if you thought 2020 was a year to remember, whoa, hang on just a second, because the year of 2021, the year that we live in right now, unless of course you're watching this video in the past, in the future I should say, and then it is the past, that kind of makes more sense. But forget about that. The year 2021 could be the year that we all know and learn the truth about aliens in general and their technology. Things are flying in the sky, and of course the American government, among other governments too probably, have all witnessed these things, including the drunk guy down the street. We've all seen something, haven't we? But the Pentagon Whistleblower warns of UFO intelligence failure on the level of 9/11. So I'm going to read this little article for you guys in a second, and I'll tell you what that speech actually means. So we'll go into depth of that in a second. But before we do, my name's Gareth Walton. We do daily videos on this channel, Channel 2. Of course, we have another channel, Channel 1, where we do weekly/fortnightly travel films. 1 has the 1 and 2 has the 1. Of course, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Tallboy Gareth. Let's get straight back into it. So, yes, aliens. I want to believe, just like Mulder and Scully, I want to believe. Now, this guy right here used to be in charge of Pentagon intelligence regarding UFOs and stuff. So we'll read into this right now. Okay, this guy, a former Pentagon investigator who claims to have run a hush-hush UFO program, has warned that an upcoming blockbuster report about unidentified aerial phenomenon could reveal a failure by US intelligence agencies on par with 9/11. Obviously going to tell you what that means in a second. What's this guy? How do you pronounce this guy's name? Elizondo? Luis Lou Elizondo, former head of Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, that's a tongue twister, has told the Post about the documented slated for release in June under a mandate contained in former President Donald Trump's $2.3 trillion appropriations bill for this year. Very interesting. Appropriations. Yeah, basically when Donald Trump was a president, / he could become again one day, you never know. When he was president, one of the last things he did was this huge bill, $2.3 trillion, and there was many things inside the bill that he wanted the American government to do. One of them was the disclosure of, little green men. What does the American government know regarding this phenomenon? And if they do know something, release it to the public. How awesome is that? That's an incredible thing to do before you leave, right? The whistleblower said, let's go back to this. The whistleblower said that the highly anticipated report will address what UFO believers have been, clamoring to discover about tic-tac shaped objects. The Navy saw in 2004 the strange cubes with spheres seen by naval aviators in 2014, and mysterious black triangles reported around the world. Thousands of people have seen these things. This is not some guy called Larry who's drunk down the street from the pub. Oh, I saw this thing last night. God, you should have seen it. Oh, it was incredible. Yeah, sure, Larry, you've just been drinking too much. No, there's video footage from militaries all around the world. People with video cameras have documented this kind of stuff. God, if I see, I've seen one, but if I see another one, I'll have my camera ready and be like, oh, look at that, So this is something that's been seen a lot. I definitely want to believe, as long as it's true, of course. I don't want to believe in something that's not true. But yeah, 2021 could be the year that we all know that this is actually real. I am not a UFO guy. I am an investigator. My job was simply to collect the data and speak the truth. Elizondo told the US Sun. I'm probably butchering his name. I'm sorry if you're watching this, Elizondo, all right? There is something in our skies. We don't know what it is. We don't know how it works. We don't know fully what it can do. We don't know who is behind the wheel. Wow. We don't know its intentions. And there isn't a damn thing that we can do about it, he said. Wow, that's spooky. Think about that. You know, you've got this probably alien technology, slash could be Russia or China, but most likely not. We've got this aircraft, this unidentified, flying aircraft over American cities, over Washington, over Los Angeles, Sydney. I don't know where you live, but guarantee you someone in your city has probably seen some non-man-made flying aircraft above it at some point or another. What are these things? What is their intention? Why are they flying? Why are they here? Are they doing experiments? And if so, what for? God, I don't know, but this is freaky, right? I must admit. You've probably seen this video before. I will quickly show you this video in a second at the end of this video, so don't worry. If it turns out we have been leapfrogged, so let me read that again. This is what I talk about the 9/11 thing, so you guys fully understand what I'm talking about. If it turns out we have been leapfrogged technologically by a foreign adversary, then we are dealing with an intelligence failure on the level of 9/11, Elizondo told the outlet. So what they mean by that? Back in September 11th, 2001, the world changed. The world was shocked. I was in America, in Denver, Colorado, when September 11th happened. I was actually in the Shining Hotel, in the Shining room that Stephen King wrote the book The Shining, when that day happened. I know, that sounds completely fake and not real, but it's completely true. I've got the proof to back it up. I'll just drag all those photos and make a video on it someday. But yes, what was I talking about? 9/11. And, okay, so 9/11, okay? You've got all these terrorists in America that are planning, that are teaching themselves how to do the things that they want to do on September 11th. They're renting out airplanes and using flying instructors to teach them how to fly an aircraft, but obviously they don't want to know how to freaking land it. Warning signs, right? Warning signs that people looking would have found. All the chit-chatter between texts and phone calls and emails, between terrorists in America and overseas. The American government completely missed all of that. Obviously, if they had have found that, they would have acted. I think they did see some of it, but they didn't act upon it. But basically, it happened, and yeah, the American government didn't quite hit the nail on the head, and it was an intelligence failure. Too terrible to talk about, because it's 9/11 happened. They didn't arrest them. Now, something that could be potentially worse than that would be if America and China, for example, have been building future technologies like Wakanda in Black Panther, right, for example, and if no one knows about this, if no American government personnel or no one in the world knows about this except for the country who owns it, that is a failure in intelligence worse than 9/11 pretty much. That's wow, that's hugely significant to not know that your adversary around the world has much better technology than you. That would be incredibly dangerous. That's what they're kind of saying regarding that. So if it turns out, I'll read that again one more time. If it turns out we have been leapfrogged technologically by a foreign adversary, then we are dealing with an intelligence failure on the level of 9/11. It took 3 years to write 9/11 report, and I'm not sure if these things have been in our skies for decades, that 180 days is enough time to provide the level of information Congress is asking for and deserves. So he thinks maybe the government needs a bit more information, a bit more time to put the information together. Do they? I mean, haven't we known about this for a long time? Maybe yes, maybe no, but maybe he just wants more time for the report to be made so it's more accurate for when it comes out. I don't know, but interesting. Yes. Now, how do I say his name again without butchering it? God, you Spanish people.
Elizondo.
You Spanish people aren't going to like me. Elizondo made it clear in a press conference that UFOs have been observed to have, qualities that are nothing less than otherworldly. Let me get to the bottom of this in a second, and you'll understand why. He described vessels flying at 11,000 miles per hour and being able to turn instantly, like Thanos clicking his finger, like freaking, like Iron Man and oh god, I've stopped this one up, haven't I? Iron Man and Thor, and not Thor. Yes, it was Thor, wasn't it? No, it was what was his name? Hulk. And they all flicked their fingers at one point. I remember that. Anyway, imagine doing 11,000 miles per hour and be able to turn instantly. Now I'm going to ask Suri how fast that is in kilometers. You ready for this? 11,000 miles per hour in kilometers. 17,702 kilometers per hour. Imagine doing that kind of speeds and then be able to go, so like that. How is it even possible? Well, aliens, son. Providing a comparison, he explained for our most advanced jets going at that same speed, if you wanted to make a right-hand turn, or for you guys it's that way, I think, isn't it? I don't know. It would take you about half the state of Ohio to do it. So there is Ohio right there in America. He reckons it would take about half the state of Ohio just to make a right-hand turn. That's the amount of G-force you would be feeling and how fast you'd be going, and you wouldn't be able to go any faster than that. Yeah, unbelievable, right, when you think about it? Going back to the thing. Okay, he resigned from the AATIP as he sought to bring the discussion about the UFOs into the mainstream, describing the term as a national security issue. Absolutely. If you've got this amazing flight stuff, this technology flying above your city, what's its purpose? Why is it here? Why is it here? What's its meaning? God, it's definitely worrying. Now, when I was at AATIP, the American government thing, our purpose was to try and find a conventional explanation. He told The Sun, it was only when we exhausted all options that we became increasingly engaged. Now, when asked whether Russia and China are also studying the UFOs, he said, we have every reason to believe that foreign adversarial countries are equally, if not more, interested in the topics than we are. So basically what he means is, yeah, absolutely. If any country ever was to get their hands on this technology, they could blow the US out of the water completely. China could rule the world. Russia could rule the world. Ouch, right? What a possible scary feeling thought that might be, right? So yes, other countries are definitely interested in this technology, and they'd be equally, if not more, than America. That has been validated through various sources. We are certain about that, he added to the outlet. So there he is back in the day in the army, I think it is. So look, guys, what do you think about this phenomenon? Another quick thing I wanted to say to you was that, well, this is the video. We'll quickly watch that for you guys right now. There's a video of a night vision binocular from a submarine or something like that, and there's this thing flying in the sky, this triangle. Look at this thing that's been captured by the US Navy, and of course this thing that most people have seen by now, this tic-tac flying thing in the air going thousands of kilometers per hour and turning on a dime kind of thing. Like how is this even a thing? Clearly, from my own thoughts, I don't think that. Okay, first of all, I think that this is potentially an alien craft, yes. But I don't think there's any alien beings on this craft. I think it would have to be purely drone. It would be purely a drone, I think. I don't know anything about alien bodies, potentially an alien body, but I think, just pause that, but I think, whatever living creature may be in a spacecraft going that fast and with that G-force, I don't think anything will survive. So I think a lot of these things are actually drones. Into extraterrestrial drones. Where's the mothership? Only Will Smith knows, because hey, it's Independence Day. Guys, we have 2 different YouTube channels. Give us a like, subscribe, ring the bell. We do daily videos on this channel, number 2, and weekly/fortnightly videos on this channel. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's been my cat Brittany at Tallboy Gareth. We do daily videos on this channel talking about unboxing reviews, world news, and other cool stuff. I love you guys. And I want to believe, and I want you to believe too. Hopefully we will all believe soon. I love yous. See yous. Bye.